We have pending only static import, right? Let's see what is static import. Static import means, why do you need to use this static import? So you did a normal import yesterday, right? If you are calling one package class members in another package, we are doing a normal import. Import package name dot class name. But what is the static import? The static import allows you to call static members. Static members means static methods and static variables of a class directly without specifying the class. Generally, we'll specify the class name dot static method, class name dot static variable, right? But once you do static import, you don't need to refer class name. You can call directly. The variable name and method name you can call directly. That's a static import. Using static import, it improves the readability of your test code. You should use the static import, and so that a lot of writing is easy. Just calling the variables and static methods. How to do static import? And this is the one, import static keyword array, adding for the import statements. Import static package name dot class name dot static member. You are doing import on the top, below the package, above the class. That's import area. And one by one member of this class, if you want to call that member, you call. Otherwise, I want all the static members of this class. Dot star import. So you don't need to import one by one. If you put a dot star, and automatically all the members of this class you can access, all the static members of this class you can access. Import static package name dot class name dot star. So this will give us the provision to call all the static members directly without class name. No need to refer class name before static members. Directly static method name, static variable can call directly. If it is a return type method, data type variable name equal to return type static method, you can call directly. So this is how you can use a static import, right? And I'll show you in the program so that you can get a better idea. As of now, just we have seen the static methods how to create. Now I'll go to the method programs package. Let's create a methods. The first thing is static members demo. I'll create a new class, static members demo class I'll create, and there we're going to create all 4 types of method, 4 variables, and we're going to declare. So declare and define your methods, and the same static data you can use in the static variables, static methods inside. Let's create a new class. I'm creating a new class, static members demo. Static members demo is my class name, and I'm taking the main method because I want to execute in the same class also. Now, so let's declare first static variables. I'm going to use static variables also. Again, static variables concept I'm repeating here one more time. What is the static variable syntax? Access modifier, static, so data type, variable name equal to value. This is the static variable syntax. So I'm going to declare private static, data type is a char c equal to capital A I'm using. Next we have another default access modifier I'm using. Default means it's a blank, no access modifier keyword you should write. Static, and so int I equal to 25 and protected. Static float f equal to 5.5 capital F, and public static long L equal to 50L. So these are the 4 static variables I have declared. So static variables you can use in the static methods inside only, right? In non-static methods also you can use, but here we are talking about only static members related. I'm going to write 4 static methods. What are the 4 static methods? The first one is void without parameters, right? What is the syntax? Access modifier static void method name, no parameters, just logic you write. That's execute. I'm using private static void division method I'm taking care. So division method I'm going to do both. Simply it executes, that's it. That's a void means. Nothing going to do. And just simply say one simple statement, started executing the division method. You see, every time we are creating a new methods, so not the already created methods, right? Division method we are going to create here. Now, to fetch the reminder value, how can you fetch the reminder value? You have to use a percentile, okay? And int reminder value equal to, and I'm going to calculate all these things. So this plus this and divided by this one I'm going to use. All this data I'm using basically C plus L. So after that, I'm going to do a percentile I. So that why it is throwing error here? Maybe I'll use long. This right side long is there. That's why it is giving a complaint. So you can typecast also. You can do a typecasting also. Anything you can do. It's up to you. So reminder value is just RM. That's one thing. And fetch the quotient value. This is all mathematics and I'm not doing anything wrong. So great here. Just forward slash. Use the forward slash. And this will give you the quotient. So this also I'm going to use. And so all the data we are going to use here. And float quotient value equal to, let's do all the things. C plus I plus L. So divided by F. So obviously you'll get a float value and you can print it. And quotient value is plus QT. So this is the simple method I have created. Other than that, nothing. I'm not going to do anything here. So end of my division method. End of division method. That's it. And that's the one. First method is done. This format method. Void without parameters. Static method with void without parameters method is done. What is our second method? Void with parameters. The second method. Access modifier static void method name. So data type P1, data type P2. So two parameters only I'm taking. Then write the logic. So here I'm going to take public static void. I'm going to swap two integer numbers. How can you swap two integer numbers? Swapping means what? P1 value should go to P2. P2 value should come to P1. That's a swapping. How can you do a swapping using only those two parameters? That's what the logic I'm going to build up here. And swap without third variable. Without third variable. I should not use any third variable. So only whatever the parameters you are taken, using those two parameters only I have to swap my numbers. How can I do that? Swap without third variable. So the logics are coming up one by one now. Till yesterday I just written a small basic programs, but now we're going to add new programs every time. New logics we're going to learn. So int A comma int B. So two parameters I have taken. See the parameterized void method I have created. Parameterized void method I have created. See, we have four types of method, right? That's first void methods I'm creating. Next I'll create a return type methods. And it has to generate the dynamic data every time. So that I'll show you how to do that. Just to see this started executing the swap method swap without third variable. Swap without third variable. So what is the A value and B value before swapping? So before swapping, A value is plus A, and then plus B value is plus B. So A value is so that. Okay. So this is the before swapping. What is the A value? What is the B value? I'm just printing. Otherwise, we don't know, right? That I'm printing so that I can easily see in my output. Now the logic we are going to write. We are going to use only mathematical operators plus and minus. That's it. Other than that, you are not going to use any third variable. So first A equal to A plus B. That's the first step. Then and B equal to A minus B. Second step. Next, you need to calculate A minus B. That's the simple logic to swap the two integer numbers. Now what will happen? A plus B output I'm storing in the A variable. Then A minus B I'm removing. So in the total A, I'm removing the B value, that you will get a B value. So I'm assigning to the B variable. Then again A minus B. Now you got A updated B here, right? That will come here, and total A we will get here, and that I am assigning to small a. So this is the simple logic. One plus operator, minus operator I am using, and assignment operator we are using here to swap the two numbers. Right? Simple, very simple mathematical operators we are using. So then after swapping, A value and B value is. That's the second method is done. Any questions here? You give your integer numbers, A value and B value, and whatever the A value you have given, that should go to B. Whatever the B value you have given, B value should come to A. That's a swapping means. The values will be exchanged. That's a swapping. Any questions?
No, Ramesh.
Okay. Let's move on to the next method type. What is the next method? Access modifier, static, no void now, only data type, method name, parenthesis, no parameters also. I'm taking no void place I put a data type, then method name, parenthesis, then curly braces. You'll write the logic. After logic, return keyword is mandatory, and what value you want to return. So this is the logic. Follow the logic syntax, method syntax. If you follow, it will come nicely to you. If you're not following the syntax, you don't know these syntaxes, it's going to be a bigger problem for you. You don't know how to create the method if you don't know the syntaxes. So now I'm going to use access modifier default. I have used private, I have used public. Now I'm using default access modifier. That means default is blank. I'll start with the static keyword directly. Static. Okay, I want to generate a random number in 0 to 1. I want to generate a random number in 0 to 1. How can you generate a random number in 0 to 1? So that's the program I need to write. Every time it gives a random value. Whenever you run your program, it gives a random value. So that's my test case. So this returns a double value. Every time you will get a double value. So my data type is going to be a double. So double data type. Then method get random value. Right? Get random double value. So you write whatever the, so this what it is representing, random double number, whatever it is, random double value, whatever it is, you can write, no issues. So now see that I am following this structure exactly, no deviation at all. See that access modifier default, then static. Then my method I can understand as I am a programmer, so that I can understand this method should return a double type of data. So data type I have written. Then method name, get random double value. I wanted double value, final output. Then logic I need to build now. So what is the logic? So let me write first. Started executing the, this is the starting point I can understand. Okay, from where this statement is coming, I can understand. That's why I'm writing in this print statement. Just write this, get random value, and below we can write. So there is a math class in the Java. We have a math class which provides all the static methods, and there are so many static methods are there in this math class. And math class methods you call here, and those are return type methods are there, normal void methods also be there, but every method in the math class is a static method. It's a predefined class. You can do all the operations with this math class. Let me show you what are all the methods are there. Okay, math dot, if you put a math dot, see that you have a pi value, you have a ABS, absolute value you want, you can get it. You want asin value, you want a tan value, tan 2, and you have a seal, and you have a cos, you have a floor value, and you have a get exponent, and you can increment exact value, and then log values you want, you can get it. Max value between these two, double A and double B, between A and B, which one is a max value? You can get max value. So max value. So this method is going to return double type of data. And here, next one you can see max float A, float B. This method returns a float. Method name is same, but parameters are changing. This is also called one of the OOPS concept. I'll explain you later. So this is the second method. See, you can get a max integer values also. Between two integer numbers, which one is a max you want to find out? And you call this method math.max. So that is going to return that type of data only. See, how can you find the data type here? The method name. So method name is followed by parenthesis, and these are parameters, int A, int B, and the return type is integer. Here return type is a float. Here return type is a double. And then max long also. You can find a long also. You can play around with this, and then minimum value also you can find. The given two values, which one is a minimum? You can find out. You can play around with this math class methods. Okay, that's the exercise for you. So get the 4 methods you create: one double, one float, one integer, one long. So 4 max methods you create, and then 4 return type methods you need to create. All these are. So you find out which one is a minimum, which one is a max value, and you play around with here. But I am not going to do this now. My focus is mainly generate the random number. So we need to generate the random number. So power, you want to power, you can do that. So now can you see here random? All are static methods. Every method is a static method. It's a predefined methods given to us. You can use them. So this is the random method I'm going to call. This is the, what is the return type of this method? What is the return type of this method? So I'm going to write a formula for you. Data type of that method, variable name equal to class name. Other class method we are calling in our class. Which class? Math class method we are calling here. Class name dot return type static. These formulas I have given. I don't know whether you are reading or not. If you are not reading, and you are going to face a lot of problems, I cannot keep on telling for you. So this method is returning a double random value. The variable name. See that? Data type. From where I am getting? This method is returning what type of data. So I have seen that. So let me show you one more time what type of data it is returning. How can you get that? Math dot. So random. See that? See the structure of this method. Public static double. Is it following our method structure? This method is returning a double data type. And here also you can find out here. So math class name is a math, and the method is a random, and this method is not void. So this method is a return type method which returns a double. Based on this, I have written this value. Okay. So math.random. So this is how to call return type methods. See the formula. I have given the formula. I'm applying now itself here. So other class, which class method we are calling in our class methods? Math class methods I'm calling here, but this method is of type return type method. So return type methods, what you need to do is store in a variable the output. This output every time it changes. Every time it changes a dynamic value, you will get it. I'm storing in a variable so that I can return that. So return keyword, right? Mandatory after your logic is done. Then return keyword, and what you want to return? This random value. You need to return that random value. So this is the next program. Any questions? Any questions before?
So the math function is within the Java lang package?
Yes. It's a predefined class, math class, which provides all static methods. All are, see, you have seen return type methods, most of them return type and static methods. Now, one class static method, how can you call in another class? Class name dot static method, right? I just followed that. Class name is a math, and the return type static method is a random method, and this method is returning a value. This is giving a value. This value I need to store. What type of data type I need to use? This is returning a double type of data, so that's why double random value. So how you can decide this double here in this method signature line based on this output? Your method is giving, right? Your logic is giving final output. That final output is of type what data type. So based on that, you write the data type here. Okay, I want integer. You can do integer also. You can do long also. It's up to you. What type of data you want. This data, whatever you are getting, and that type of data, it will return for you here also. So that's the one here. Okay. Next.
So Ramesh, when you are selecting math dot, so all those methods will be displayed. So how are we distinguish between whether it is a void method or a return type method?
Yes, Venkat, it is there, na. When you put a math dot class name dot, just now I have shown you, right? Math dot. See, this is the method name after you are getting here. Void you will get. If it is a void, you will get a void here. If it is not void, you won't get void here. See, these are all return type methods.
Understand. Yep.
So these are all return type methods. Let me see any void method is there. I don't think so. Here void methods. Everything is a return type methods.
Yeah, I forgot that actually that void will be there if it is a void method.
Exactly. So no void methods in the math class. Everything is going to return to you. Every method is going to return to you. That's why no void methods at all. No, I couldn't find anything. Everything is a return type methods. Okay. And here, if for example, this is a void methods we created, right? You click, you write, this class name you give dot you do, then it will show division dot this class name dot division method will show as a void. I'll show you in the next class. Okay. Okay. What is the next method syntax? 3 methods are done. Access modifier, static, so data type, method name, all I have given all these syntaxes. So data type, parameter. One parameter only I'm taking, logic, return value. So what value you want to return from this method? I'm going to use access modifier protected. See, all types of access modifier I used. This is how you need to practice. And I don't know whether you are writing the programs or not. If you are not writing, Java is not going to work out. If you are not reading, Java is not going to work out. You won't understand next levels. Now, difficult topics are coming up from methods onwards. All these basics I have given. And why I have given all these terminologies and basics? By the time you reach this topic, you should be familiar how to create a methods, what is private, what is public, where you can access them, where you cannot access them. All I have explained on what is static, what is void. I clearly given there in the previous everything from the beginning. That's why I'm taking almost 3 weeks, right? This is the third week. So basics only, to finish the basics only, we are taking a lot of time for us. And make sure you are reading again from the beginning, or you attend another classes if you're not clear. If you're not doing both, and you are not going to know beneficial for the automation testing. Without Java automation, single line also you won't understand. Again, I'm repeating that. How strong you are in Java, that will be decided in your automation. And you are not reading and taking it light, and it's up to you. And you have to again join one more batch. Initially, how hard work you do, that will give you fruits to you in the next topics. Protected, static, what data type I want to get. So what I'm doing here in this method, every method is different. Every method is different. You can see that. So I want to find out a Fahrenheit degrees Celsius I will give. I need to get the Celsius degrees temperature. Fahrenheit temperature you give, and it has to convert into Celsius. So convert the Fahrenheit temperature into Celsius degree temperature. So that will return a float data type. I'm writing my data type is a float. So, and I'm going to give method name convert Fahrenheit temperature to Celsius degrees temperature. Okay. Now you have to give float Fahrenheit temperature. So we need to convert into Celsius degrees temperature. Let's see how to convert. Started executing the method name I'm giving so that I can understand easily.
Mention you put FS in a small letters.
Yeah. So that's the mistakes. So method naming conventions you have to follow. First word all lowercase, second word onwards, each word, the first letter should be in uppercase. See that everywhere, every word first letter is in uppercase. That's a mandatory rules you have to follow. See, anywhere you see, I followed the method naming conventions. We should not forget the naming conventions. I have given implement here while creating your methods. That's where the implementation, if you know theory, you can implement here. If you don't know theory, you cannot implement, right? Very simple. And just that rule I applied, only one word, all lowercase. But here, more than one word, only swap is lowercase. See that every word first letter in upper. I'm following both method rule now. So what is the formula? How can you convert? If you don't know, don't worry. Just go to Google, right? Go to Google, search how to convert Fahrenheit to Celsius. Formula, you just get it. Convert Fahrenheit temperature to Celsius. Just formulas you get it. That's enough for us. Other than that, we don't want to do anything. So we want just formulas only. We just want formulas. Other than that, we don't want anything. So this is the one. 32. So let's see here. We have proper formulas. Here it is. So we want to convert into Fahrenheit temperature into Fahrenheit, right? Celsius. So this is the formula. Celsius degrees temperature equal to Fahrenheit temperature minus 32 multiplied by 5/9 or 1.8. So divided by or whatever it is, but you can do 5/9. So this is the one we have to give. Or divided by 1.8 also you can do. So any one is fine. So let's take this one. So float, I want a float, right? Float Celsius degrees temperature equal to Fahrenheit temperature minus 32. So put it in the brackets. Okay, put in the brackets, divided by, so 1.8 is the formula. And you're getting a double here, but typecast it, add a cast to float. That's it. Return CT value. So the output after converting your Fahrenheit temperature to Celsius, I'm storing in this CT variable. So this output I want. This is I'm returning here. Return this CT value. When you call this method, the Celsius degrees temperature you will get. Okay. So this is the how you can do all the 4 methods. So is it following every 4 syntaxes? All the 4 syntaxes. I have 2 void methods, 2 without void methods. Okay, I defined my methods, I defined my variables. So where can I access now? First, the same class how to call. First syntax. So let's go to our formulas and our scenario 1, right? First one, scenario 1. So in the same class, how to call static members? First question I'm taking. How can you call static void method under main method or any static method in the same class? Then directly call the static method name. The question and answer, I'm going to paste it. Multi-line commenting I'm using so that it will be easy for you to understand. Now, what is the static method we have without void, without parameters, with void? In out of all these things, division, right? With void, without parameters, division method. Just call this division method directly in the same class. Semicolon. See that everything clearly given. Static method name, parenthesis, semicolon. If you follow our notes, you won't make any mistake. Okay, execute this. See the output. That's it. The output you got it right, and that's the how to call same class static methods in the main method. Okay. Next formula. How can you call static void parameterized method under main method in the same class? Static method name, parameter 1 value, parameter 2 value. Only 2 parameters we have taken, and take that. And this is, let's take the multi-line commenting only we are going to take up. So static method. Now what is our next method? Parameterized method. We have this one, swap without third variable. Just call this method name. So this is the one. Static method name, but why I'm writing again int a? I should not write. I'll remove 15. The integer is a 15, and b value I'm giving 25. Right now, see, first a value 15 I have given, b value 25 I have given. After swapping, you will get a value 25, b value 15 you will get. So whether you are getting or not, let's see, execute it. See that. Before swapping, a value is 15, b value is 25. After swapping, a value is 25, b value is 15. That means it is swapped, right? So this is the how to swap 2 numbers without any third variable. Okay? Are we clear? You can call parameterized methods multiple times. I can call one more time. Methods is reusability purpose. Main methods are created, right? Methods are created for reusable purpose. See that another integer numbers I can give. N number of times you can call. You can give your own data. Same logic will be worked out for any kind of data. That's you don't need to write one more logic. That's some methods. See that. Before swapping a value 30, b value 50. After swapping a value 50, b value is 30. So this is how you can call the methods, right? So what is the next method? Very, very important one. This 1000 stars you can put for this. No issues. That much important return type method. Just now I called here, but again I'm going to call this how to call return type methods. Void methods. See that you are not storing any value because they won't return a value. If you know void means what, in the beginning class I told you, if you use void, that method is not going to return any value. It doesn't return anything. That's why we're not storing any variable. But return type methods are returning the value. That's why you have to write. So what is the first method? This method I'm calling, right? This method. So what is the return type of this method? What is the return type of this method? Double. So in the data type of the method place, you write a double. Then so rand value equal to the some variable name, any variable name I can give. So get random value. See that, get random double value. So method name, right? Return type static method name you need to write. That's what I written. Return type static method name. This is returning a value. That value I'm storing in this variable. So this variable value data type is a double data type. So when you call get random value, it is showing in the panel, right? When you suppose, let me call again, get random. Just see that. Can you see here? Double. The return type of this method is, so on the S it is showing on the top, that is static method. That meaning is static method. And the return type is a double from this class, static members demo class. This method is available and that method is returning a double type of data. Based on this, I have written here the left side. Then variable name, any name you can give equal to the value. The value is given by these methods. And you can print the value. Random value is, every time you run, it will generate a new value, not the same values. Okay. Every time you create, you run the program, you'll get a random value. You can see now. Let's execute this. So 0.5868, right? Now run again. One more time. Now 0.118. Before .588. Now 118. So like this, every time you will get a new value. That's a dynamic values. How can you get the dynamic values? Only with the return type methods, not with void methods. So I can use this value somewhere else. This value I can use somewhere else also. That's the advantage with the return type methods. Okay, so don't waste time. Let's move on. Any questions here? How to call return type static method in the print statement? So question and answer I have given there itself. So first we need to write system.out.println. So let's write the system.out.println. So I'm done. So here Celsius, so degrees temperature is. So I'll just, what I need to call, see the follow the formula. That's it. You don't need to do anything and just follow our formulas. Plus is there after my readable statement. Plus is there, plus then return type static method I need to call. So what is that? Convert. So just control space bar you press, it will show the method name. Convert Fahrenheit. You don't need to write also. Convert Fahrenheit temperature to Celsius. Just give a Fahrenheit temperature. I'm going to give 105 capital F. So 105 capital F I'm giving. Capital F means represent a floating value, right? So maybe I can write a 0.0. So like this. That's a capital F. Represent a floating value. Now you see directly you are calling in the print statement. Again, storing in a variable, printing, not necessary. Any return type method you can call directly in the print statement. Done. See that? It is printing directly Celsius degree. 40.5 is the respective Fahrenheit temperature Celsius degree, right? This is the one, all the things. Then what is the last one? How can you access static variable in the same class under any method or in the main method? Directly call. You don't need to worry about, right? Directly you can call. We called here directly. This is directly you are calling. Static variables you are calling directly in the any static method, any non-static method. There is no restriction in the same class. So let's finish that also. So that directly I can call. See that I'm going to call. So int sum equal to C plus L plus I. Did I give I? See that. So this is giving a long value, but I assign to integer. Long is of type 64-bit, but I assign to 32-bit. 64-bit cannot fit in 32-bit. That's why I need to do a typecasting. So type mismatch error you got. Cannot convert from long to integer. Right side value is a long value. Once you sum up all this C value, L value, and I value, you are getting a long integer value. but we are assigning to small integer 32-bit memory size. It won't fit. 64-bit data cannot fit in 32-bit. Just simple. Understand that. And then convert the right side one also integer form. So this is called typecasting. So see, all the variables I called in the main method also directly. As C, L and I called directly because this is the static variables, so that you can use in any method directly in the same class. No need to refer anything. That is the static variables. I already explained, but one more time I'm repeating them. So sum value is just to show you how to call the variables. Now sum is a what kind of variable? What kind of variable is the sum?
Local variable.
Local variable. That's it. Very simple. Because it's inside the method. Even rand value also local variable. Okay. That's all how to call your static members in the same class. Anybody having doubt?
Ramesh, there without typecasting also we can take long, right?
You can take long.
Okay.
It's up to you what data type you want. You decide. If the right side one is long, you can declare long left side also. Then you don't need a typecast that time. If same data type is there, you don't need typecasting, right? That you can do. Okay, scenario 2. How to call one class static members in another class of same package. Okay, so now this is my static members demo class. This class, all these members, I want to call in another class of same package. So let me create another class now. New class. Practice like that, it will give you confidence. Call another class static member in same package. It doesn't matter how big my class. I don't want to now give a shortcut, but understand, by reading this you can understand. Okay, you are calling another class static members in this class, but it is in the same package. Same package means static members demo in which package, this class also should be in the same package. Now I don't want to create all the same data and same methods. I don't want to create in this class. What I want to do, I want to reuse them here. How can I reuse? That's what we are going to discuss here. So let's see the first one. How can you access one class static variable in another class? What is the formula? Class name dot static variable. You will get the data. You are calling the variable, but that variable data you are going to get. So now tell me which variable I can access out of this. So first you copy the class name. So this is the class name. Can you tell me, Swati, this is a question for you. Out of this, all these variables, which variables I can access in this class? C, I, F, L are the variable names. Which variables out of these 4 variables I can access in this class?
I and L.
Only I, L. Why not F?
F
Why?
we can access with the inheritance concept because it is, I mean, within the package still can be accessible, but with the inheritance concept.
But this
protected.
class is the same package, right? I'm not doing other package, right? Static
Okay,
members
within
demo
the
is there
package.
in which package? Method programs package. This class is available in which package?
All right, yes, within the package. I confused. We are accessing
Same
in a
package.
different package.
Now tell me, out of these 4 variables, which variables I can access?
I, F, and L.
That's the answer, right? Why not C? Why you cannot access C?
C can be accessed within the class only.
Because of private. All other have a scope. All others you have in the same package, any class you can access. This one, I, what access modifier we used? Default. Default means what I told you, yes, what I told there in the default access modifier can be accessible in the same package, any class. That means I as a default access modifier, so that I can use I in the same package, any class. That means I also I can access in this class. Next, C I already explained. Now F is having protected access modifier. Protected means what I told you, it can be accessible in the same package, any class. Outside package also possible, this F you can call, but you have to apply inheritance. We don't know inheritance, leave it. But as of now, same package in another class I can access, right? F also, because this has a permission. You can access F in another class also in this package, in this method programs package. One more class is there, that class also you can use this F. And L, anyhow public, you have wider scope, you can access everywhere. So IFL I can access in the other class also of this package, same package. Now this call another class static members in same package, in the same package. It's not in another package. See the package name of this class. This class also under method program. Static members demo class also in the same package. Both are in same package only. And same package, what are all the access modifier giving permission to you? Default, protected, public, except private. Private members you cannot access even in another class also. That is restricted to per class only. Okay. So now, how can you access one class static variable in another class? Class name dot static variable. Class name. What is the class name? Which class member you are calling? Static members demo class. That class. Dot. If you put a dot, see that all visible variables will show you. What are the visible variables? F, I, L only. C is not visible because C has a private. That's why it is not visible in another class. At least catch now. Practically I'm showing that. I have shown you in the beginning classes, and again I'm showing you here. So now which variable you want to call? I'll call long. So this is the data. You are getting a data directly, you cannot represent. Either you print or you ask to participate in the calculation. I'll print static members demo class static L variable value. So this is just a value you are going to get. You're calling that. That's it. You're calling the variable name you are calling. So value you will get. Here what will be there? If you call the variable, see I didn't declare here. I'm calling from another class. I'll get the value here. L value I'm going to get it here. So execute it. See that 50. Is the L value? I didn't declare here this 50 here in this class, but where it is coming? Coming from this class. See, coming from this class. This 50 value you are using in this class. You don't need to declare again. One more duplicate thing you don't need to do. Again declaration one more time you don't need to do. And you are reusing that data in this class. And for that permission must be needed. Who is giving permission? Access modifiers. So that's why you are able to call, because L has a sufficient permission. L has a sufficient permission public. Even I can call I. So let me call I also. So that you won't get why you call only L. L is public. I can call I also. I can call I also. See this. I can call I also. I variable value. Static member demo dot put I. See that I value you will get it. Any variable which has a permission except private, default, protected, public, all these access modifiers are there for any variable, any method you can access in another class of same package. Another class of same package. See this I value also I'm getting. You can use still protected also. Still you want protected? Let's call protected also. So any variable you can call. Just see this. See, protected variable is F, right? You can call it F also. See, static variable F, which has a protected access modifier. This is public and this is the default access modifier. This is a protected. See that all the based on the access modifier only you can access. See, I was not able to access because it has a private. Private is going to stop any data, any method you cannot call in another class of same package. Forget about another package. Same package itself you cannot call in another class. Same package default members you can access, but not private. So are you clear? Again, go and read one more time access modifier and data types. And if you don't know what are the data types, what is variable name, and all the effort I put, it's gone. And I feel very bad, and you are not feeling bad. You are really enjoying, just attending, and you are wasting time also. That's not correct, Andy.